Hello, 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 everyone. Can you guys hear me? No? All right. All right. Let's see what we got. This time, instead of drinking water or soda, I am drinking orange juice. Let's see. What do I want? Oh, I want get some more furry stuff. Maybe let's look at my playlist instead. History. That was really stupid. Oh yeah, I can rewatch this video again. It's always good.
So, that happens. Anyways, hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, Wolf6 of Echo. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that made this game and or get newer versions of other games, then go through Patreon. It's $3
Idea
a
was
month.
good. All right, that's good to hear.
So,
Thank you so much.
on the last Let's Play, Brian, for hex and giggles, decided to sew our main character Chase and Leo together, at least from the leg, but was stopped by the monster in the closet, which I think might be Jenna's. It basically cuts Micah down, from the noose, and threw Brian out the window and went after him. Which
All right, hold up. Let me readjust myself a little bit. Get my blanket on. I wish one of these days I could like order maybe one of those small little like vodka bottles they serve like on airplanes and just pour a bunch of them in my cup and pour a bunch of like, I don't know, orange juice or cranberry juice and just have a nice mixer. That'd be good. That sounds like fun to me, but hey.
point, uh, we all went W2EF and are on our way to escape. Urgent care for Leo and 24-hour pancake place for Micah, which actually sounds pretty good right now, the pancakes. So, yeah, let's just set our face, scratch my nose, sorry, and begin. I can still feel the stitches in my leg,
Tequila mug
even
cocktail.
though I pulled
Cocktail.
out the little bits
That sounds
lying
nice.
half an hour ago. Despite living here the vast majority of my life, even I had trouble figuring out where the hell we were. As I walk, and the sting throbs with every step, I close my eyes and realize how exhausted I really am. Running off extreme adrenaline for a day will take the wind out you. So will multiple blows to the head and torture, apparently. It do be like that. I keep imagining that when I open my eyes, I'll be back in my dorm. I will sit up from my bed, and Vincent will be tapping away at his laptop.
I do have to say, I have been uploading more of my reactions, and I do make sure I rewatch the video and I give credit, and I've been crediting Game of Wolf 6 in the tags, but I'm also linking his video in the chat and any other videos like in the description. Sorry, in the description. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Please, 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 check out those videos. They're real nice.
on the other side of the room. I'd tell him I had a fucked up dream, and it would tell me that in that all too cool for school tone, to blog about it. The rhythmic tapping was the first really annoying was at first really annoying, but now it's kind of like a white noise machine. It helps me sleep for some weird reason. Maybe because it makes it feel like I'm not so alone. Chase. I inhale sharply, nearly tripping over a clump of weeds.
Once again,
Jenna places a precaution.
like one thing that's very very recurring is like Chase is not very athletic, and he stumbles and trips over things. You see a lot in like honestly Carl's route. You see it in this route a lot when he's trying to hit. I think he's trying to hit Brian back at the junkyard slash like tennis alley area. Not doing so well. Yeah, I mean he's good at swimming, but that's it. If he's not swimming, he's not that great. I mean, the only one time he did real bad is swimming was because like some type of evil force tried to kill him, so the force almost drowned him back in the pond area.
Precautionary arm out in front of me before easing back when she sees I've got my balance again. You still with us? She looks me up and down, as if looking for signs that I'm turning into another Leo situation. Ted Wolf is still with us, ambling along like he can't even feel that half his leg was stitched to mine less than half an hour ago. I look back at her, nodding. Yeah, exhausted, but that's to be expected, I guess. Ordinarily, I'd love a quiet walk with you at night, though considering the circumstances. She pauses, looking over her shoulder. Well, it could be worse. You had a guardian angel. She noticeably stiffens as I bring up the topic of what just happened. I'm trying not to think about it. None of us had gone around to check out where Brian was dragged. In fact, we made a beeline in the opposite direction. Ordinarily, the lights of the town would guide us where to go, but everything's dark. The moon, our only real source of light, and even that is partially obscured. The productive, thing to do is to just think ahead right now. We'll come into town along the back roads, get to the motel, and take your car. I give her an affirmative thumbs up. Micah, meanwhile, is clutching his knife tight. It reminds me how he was with the wrench earlier, when he was worried about Leo attacking him. Now, the two walk nearly side by side. Everyone but Leo is rattled, that's for sure. I can't tell if it's the supposed hysteria's fault, or just a completely rational reaction to all that shit that's happened today. Yeah, it's been a lot. We wake up, Leo's going after, Jenna's brother and Cliff, and then he gets attacked by Brian, then we get back, then we get kidnapped, Yeah. Mike is usually arrogant, and gruff demeanor is replaced by more timid posture. The bat rubbing his neck like he can't believe he's alive. I try to think of something to say as he turns to face me. Micah, how's it going? I'm sorry about Keith. Yeah. We didn't really find out what happened to Keith.
Well, all we do know is Keith is dead, and I think Brian was the one who killed him.
Did we? He responds simply, sucking in his lower lip for a moment, between one of his fangs, before speaking again. Still, not exactly sure what happened, but now I have a more definite idea. He looks ahead again, shifting the topic. I had a dream about you, you know? Oh? After he spoke,
Is it a sexy dream or is it like a morbid dream? We're about to find out.
I only got a little bit of sleep, but what I did dream stuck out to me. You were holding me underwater, drowning me. No, that was a different person. A cold chill creeps up along my spine. Jenna looks over, raising her brow curiously at the bats. Leo stares straight ahead, unfazed. That's weird. Why are you telling me this? Micah waves his hand, dismissing my question as he continues. You were holding me underwater, and it was fucking terrifying because I couldn't breathe. Your hands around my throat felt exactly like that noose did, the way they bristled and cut in my neck. He points to the matted fur around his throat, the pinkish, raw rubbed flesh visible even in the dark. But talking emotionally and shit,
I mean, it's not the first time Chase has killed someone in the water. He killed, honestly, Sydney, drowning him, and then obviously in PJ's route, he drowns Flynn.
started feeling thankful. Thankful that I was killing you? That's rather macabre. The bat nods, seemingly well aware how strange it sounds. Yet, he doesn't relent, noting how exceptionally strange everything else has been lately. I'd be willing to take everything at face value at this point. Like you were freeing me. Real fucked up, suicidal shit. When I was up in that noose, though, I didn't want to die, so that part didn't translate. Honestly surprised I didn't piss and shit myself. Did you guys? Just stares blankly at him. No.
Yeah, nothing happened to her. And like, I think the only, well, I mean, you could piss yourself out of like fear, maybe shit yourself. But I know most dead bodies sometimes end up shitting themselves because the muscles are all waxed, so it all just comes out. If I'm not mistaken.
I did not. No. Lee, of course, has a long trail of shit right behind him. I mean, Lee, of course, is silent. To think, I almost left town a couple of days ago. Would have never caught up in this mess. Well, why did you really disappear the first time? Back in 2008. Micah fiddles with something in his pocket, taking it out and peering it over. I can't quite make out what it is. Something plastic and thick. A lot of reasons. My folks turned on me after finding out about some shit one night. Came home to find my room torn up, all my belongings outside. Bugger. My mom, the cunt, wouldn't stop fucking
Damn, man, that's a
and screeched like a dying chicken to me.
damn. That's oh man, that's a horrible thing to say about your mom, but I guess he has a horrible situation, so it makes sense.
My dad, meanwhile, had his old police baton, kept coming at me with it whenever I tried to come inside. Kept screaming to let me in and apologizing for every little screw up I could think of. None of it worked. I tried to sleep on the porch. My dad came out and started kicking me in the back till I left. Jenna grimaces. That's awful. Leo looks back over his shoulder, slowing his pace, some to match ours. I can tell he's at least half listening now.
Listen, you want to skip this ad. I would too. But what if I told you there's a skip ads?
No longer as spaced out. Keith was gone, and I didn't have anywhere else to go. wasn't too popular, as I recall. Even with Heather, Clint, and Jeremy, they had their own problems. Should have told me. The words catch Mike by surprise, the wolf staring at him from across the shrubbery. Hey,
Why would he want it? Why would he talk to you, Leo? Do you know Micah from school?
I know we just survived a near death experience together, but no need to be getting all retroactively sappy. We turn a small bend. We turn a small bend around a shady embankment, some old car parts scattered in the underbrush. The moon is finally visible from behind Echo Canyon, and I can make out what Mike is carrying, Brian's cell phone. I guess he's gonna try to take that in as evidence. As he moves to push it back into his pocket, it slips and clatters against the rock behind him, beneath him. Heck. Ah, fuck. Y'all get it. Leo bends down, taking hold of the phone. The screen is shattered, and a few slivers of glass fall to the ground. Damn it. I mean, it's not totally fucked. The panic sends out his hand. Thanks.
I don't know how you. I don't know how you dropped the phone like that, man. Like, especially if it's like one of those old flip phones. Shouldn't be that hard to put it back in your pocket.
Leo doesn't bulge, still staring at the shattered device. Then, from the desert shrub, a scattered car parts, a mechanical roar. Light flashes before us, and Leo holds up his paw to shield himself from the lights. It takes me just a moment to realize they're headlights, and the roar is from the start of an old engine. It's a van, sitting right in front of us, and it's all too familiar.
All right. This is the van from Chase's Dream.
Thumbnail. What the? Also, let me just.
Micah looks so weird. He looks very otherworldly.
Jenna reels back, eyes wide. That wasn't there a moment ago. She mutters, canting her neck some to peer through the red-tinted window to see who's behind the wheel. After a moment of inspection, it's clear that there's no one inside. Jenna. What? Jenna, this is the van from my dream. The one I told you about. Oh, come on. Jenna doesn't sound incredulous to my claim, just exhausted. She crosses her arms tightly over her chest, not letting her eyes leave the sight of the idling vehicle. Okay then, what is it doing here? I don't have an answer for her, and therefore remain silent, stepping away from the front of the vehicle in case it somehow takes off. Also, this makes sense now, because I was like, okay, how would the cat's like fur get stuck in the windshield and it's underneath the wheel? But then I didn't think it's like some kind of flat front van, which would make sense, I guess. Micah, meanwhile, looks confused.
I mean, also if you remember, when he got hit and got scooped underneath there and got stuck in the goddamn fucking, his arm and little shit like that. His arm, fucked up arm, and like face was right here. And then as Mr. Bronson and what's her fucking name? Damn it, something Adler. What was her name? What was her name? I can't. Not Jasmine. I'll have to look it up. Janice. There you go. Janice. I was like, it was something with a name. I know it wasn't Jasmine. It was Janice, and they both failed to pick up the fucking yes man to save Sam, whose last word was saying the word Jack, and he was remembering Jack from all those time ago. That man who loved him and tricked him, tried to kill him and steal all his money.
He peers around, his yellow eyes bright and shimmering on in to focus on the headlights. Is everybody barefoot? What the fuck? I know, I know where we are, but we're headed into town, towards the motel. How the fuck are we here? We didn't cross the highway, did we? We look out to our east, and sure enough, there it is. The weathered asphalt of Route 65. I should have noticed cross pavement. Someone would have. It's the complete.
Alright, I'm done with my orange shoes. Let's see. I'm gonna wash out my cup because I don't want it smelling bad. I probably thought this old can as well, so BRB people. Yeah, killed you, bitch. Yeah, teabag you. All right, clipping that shit. Don't care. Does that kill you?
なんだやっぱり生きとったか
Fucking Kiryu's
帰ってきよ
alive.
ったな
Fucking
堂
Kiryu.
島の竜が
Dojima. Oh my god. This game's so cute. God, I can't believe it.
あんた
Damn. Fancy RPG. Alright. You don't have to be stuck in the kitchen all day. Alright, and making sandwiches. You make something else, you know? Have some pies. Make some pies. Welcome to the rice field, motherfucker. There you go. Oh damn, I missed it. Go. Hello, hello, everyone. I'm back. And hopefully everyone's alright. How's your mug? Let's go back.
The opposite direction that we should be heading. Jenna gasps, seemingly realizing this is a little after the rest of us. We've been here before. Leo speaks up, clutching the side of his head with a wince. You recognize it too, right? Leo sounds half asleep, turning to
Obviously,
face us.
Chase recognizes it a little bit from
Here's
about
Jenna
65, but
speaking
he
to Micah
recognizes it
and I.
more from
Matt blinks.
his dream.
Oh fuck. You dreamed about this too, Chase? I swallow, head nod, clutching my clammy paws against my shirt. I think so? The dream from earlier had already begun to fade from my memory, as most dreams do. But the way I felt watching it is still very clear, and the whole scene is starting to give me some serious deja vu, or something like it. There was an albino guy. He had bright red eyes, and got ran over. The man's motor continues.
He does not mention who runs him over.
Mine was a little different. Mike doesn't elaborate. No, we've been here before in real life. I'm implying that this is not real life? Micah glances over at the wolf, and the two exchange a look for a moment. Jen steps forward and tugs at the driver's side door. It opens with a quiet creak, some errant cobwebs fraying apart as the door is pulled fully open. She squints at something by the wheel, then reaches in and taps it. Keys are in the ignition, and there's this big red glare on the dash. Maybe a check engine light? She frowns to herself. It looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Sans whoever turned it on, but I'm no mechanic. If only there were one among us. Leo? She pokes her head out, raising an inquisitive brow at the wolf. You're welcome to take a look if you're feeling up to it. She eyes Leo up, examining his physical condition. Her expression is a mixture of skepticism and concern.
I think, Leo being really good, being a really good mechanic, you think that would factor in a lot more, especially like near the end of the route where, okay, we need to find a way to steal a car, hotwire a car. You think you would know how to do that? Like, all right.
Leo begins to limp forward to the van, and Micah quickly steps up beside him to keep him from tipping over.
And Micah is being extremely helpful to Leo.
He grunts appreciatively in response, speaking up. It's probably not a check engine light. What makes you say that? Those didn't really exist back when this was made, before the mid-90s. Are you guys thinking we can try this out of Echo? I'm a little more concerned with wondering who turned this on in the first place, and how we even got here. But that's an optimistic though, Chase. So maybe this is a gift horse that we're looking squarely in the mouth right now? Doubt.
That's an ironic thing to say, because there are horses in Echo, the Echo universe. I think they're in Flynn's route.
Micah rasps, helping Leo prop himself against the driver's side door as Jenna steps aside. The light looks like it isn't coming from the dash. Leo clumsily grasps the wheel. I'm trying to read because I'm like, okay, we're at the part, but I think this might be the last one for today for me. Grasps at the steering wheel, peering closer. It's like it's been reflected off the odometer, but I don't see a direct source. How Leo can see clearly at all after repeated blows to the head may be the real question here. That's fucking weird. A shifting noise comes from the back of the van, and everyone freezes. There's a raggy fabric partition hiding everything from the front seats, past the front seats from view. Gingerly, Leo pulls aside and squints into the red light illuminating his face. I'm guessing it could be the cat, because, like, sometimes this game could be like, hey, it's magic, and then other times it might be not. Is anyone back there?
This friggin' van is definitely magical. There's nothing normal about this thing.
Leo doesn't immediately respond, and I can't see him well from here. Well from here. Him, and I can't see him well from where I'm standing. I lead my way up beside Jenna. Leo? She inquires again, more urgent. No, not right now. There is something back there, though. Well, that's obvious enough. I'm too big to squeeze in between the seats. Gotta go around. Everyone takes a step back. Out of the now seemingly coherent wolf sway as he exits the van. Fucking deja vu.
Like this from the front part doesn't look that bad, but this rear view area looks a lot worse. A lot more nasty, rusted, messed up.
Something fierce right now. You too? Jenna gives us both a quizzical look as Leo braces the handle of the rusted van's door and gives it a yank. At first, it doesn't budge, but after another hard tug, the door flies open. One door partially unhinged as it dangles to the side. There's something standing in the middle of the van on three spindly legs.
Spindly
The
legs.
red light projects from something on the top and begins to flash on and off. A camera on the tripod? At first, I think it's mine, but upon closer inspection, it looks like an older model. Way. Micah quickly backs away, nearly tripping over a prickly pear cactus with his haste.
And wow, Micah almost pulls the friggin' chase, tripping over himself.
Uh-huh. Nope, this isn't real. Everyone pack it up. We're being filmed? What is this? Some elaborate prank show?
Punks.
Yes, it all is. That
Punks.
goes in. You know that one show where that one guy's entire life's a lie? Never watched it, but yeah, it's that. This is 100% not funny. Leo says nothing, climbing up into the back of the van and turning the display monitor on the camera around. On it, a little red dot in the corner flashes, on and off, and in time with the illumination of the rest of the cab. The display screen itself shows us standing there at the back of the van, though the image is fuzzy, distorted. I wonder how long it's been here. That's my camera. Micah shouts in surprise, looking briefly to the rest of us before lowering his voice some. The high school camera. But they were shit at keeping inventory. I ditched it after my folks kicked me out. Okay, but what's it doing here? And why is it recording? Judging by the look on everyone's faces, I don't think anyone has the answer to that. Leo brings a heavy paw to his eyes, rubbing them some before peering at Micah, then the screen, then back again. Micah cants his head some at the wolf, letting out a slow exhale. Either this is one fucked up joke, wolf boy, or I'm beginning to think this is the Hum's doing. The Hum? He mentioned that before, by the motel. Wow, haven't heard that word in a while. What's the Hum? It's hard to describe. Bad dreams, like we talked about before. Feels
I think it's the first time they ever mentioned, actually gave.
real spiritual stuff with that Keith talked about a lot.
I mean, I think it's the first time I actually gave this thing a name, a hum. I mean, they've had possessions, they've had like, ghosts. They've seen like ghosts chase. They've seen things chase after them. They've seen weird things. They've seen like aliens and stuff like that. But I think it's the first time the hum is actually mentioned, actual name.
Lots. Wasn't good vibes though. Bad energy only. Thing is, it only really happens when you're sleeping, and I'm wide ass awake. He extends his arms out to his sides for a moment before gripping the van's door, thumbing at the chipping paint. I haven't thought about that in a while. Jeremy and Adam talked about it when I was younger, after I mentioned seeing the thing we just saw half an hour ago. She wants to say, but she still visibly can't quite accept that. Not yet. You know what? I don't. But as I was saying, you can kind of tell when it's happening because it's more than just a nightmare. Your ears start buzzing. Like one of those orchestra bands tuning up. Violence in your skull, you know? A creeping sensation that follows exactly what he's talking about builds in my gut. You hear it too? What? Like right now? Leo stares for a moment before nodding. One of the bat's large ears flicks, and he turns his head from side to side. I don't think so. He pauses. Maybe the engine. He shifts his attention back to the vehicle, inking on the van's door some. The spooky ass ghost van engine. The metal frame of the van seems to rattle in response, though that might just be my imagination. Sometimes, sorry, I'd go out into the hills and just camp out away from home, because the hum wasn't as bad there. Heather did it a bunch with me, too.
Oh my god, trying to camp out here would be like so fucking miserable. Especially, it doesn't seem like they have any supplies, and Heather seems absolutely fucking useless. What a bitch.
Though, she had her other reasons. Jenna nods, exhaling slowly before crossing her arms over her chest. So, I suppose, then, you have your theory about all this? One based in, what, Meseta spiritualism? Honestly, I thought it was like radon poisoning or something. But you get that hum in a few other places around town too. I've slept all
I'm
over.
surprised he has not been possessed by
The rail yard,
any of these
the
monsters.
lake, the van. They're all really hummy places. You slept in this van before? Despite everything that's happened, the idea that anyone would want to take a nap in this creepy thing is dubious at best for Jenna. Well, Micah trails off. For one usually so coarse and brazen, his seeming awkwardness right now feels out of place for him. We both have. Briefly. Leo places his flat palm on the bed of the cab. Flattened cardboard boxes and ratty bits of fabric that have once been blankets or towels cover the surface. Large cannon brow furrows some, and finally looks back up at all of us. It may be just me, but he doesn't seem sluggish anymore. Jenna lets out an exhausted, amused noise, letting her arms flop down to her sides. Truly, I'm not sure I see the appeal. Leo and Micah look at each other. There's a silence. Wait. Hold on. You're not saying... I was so stupid. We were both stupid. Micah squeezes the bridge of his nose, closing his eyes as if cringing at himself. I was such a skeevy little bitch back then. I don't know why I pushed. No, I didn't mean for that, Micah. So wait, they were kind of a thing? I meant for what happened after. You had it rough, and I didn't care. Or if I did, I didn't want to, because of what happened at the party. I feel like an outsider looking in at some intimate conversation I don't understand. Which is a feeling I can't say I felt when I'm around Leo. He'd always go out of his way to include me in everything. What party? What are you guys talking about?
Wow.
Chase, 2008.
That's
That's
Route 65 right there.
Waitress party at the Parsons warehouse. The one where you told me you were gay, the nights we got together. I blink. My parents had caught me watching gay porn that morning on the computer. I was afraid to come home to them, so went to the party at Parsons. The night itself was kind of a blur. I remember getting in a very brief fight with a guy who dumped beer on TJ, and then waking up with Leo over me, eyes full of concern. Somehow, I ended up confiding everything to him about me being into guys. He apparently had a hunch about it. The next thing I knew, he was ushering me out of the old warehouse to walk home with him. We kissed on the railway yard by his house, and that was the start of our relationship proper. Still, something always seemed off about that party and the way Leo was acting. I think I remember some dude trying to come up to talk to him, and Leo telling him off before insisting that I not ask about it. Okay, I don't remember that part, but it could have been dialogue that I wasn't noticing. He seemed really serious at the time. Didn't want to ruin a good thing, or something like that. I didn't get a good look at the guy he talked to, but he was carrying a camera. The wolf taps the side of the tripod with his fingertips. Leo, you are reprehensible. Jenna's voice is cold and curt. Jenna? What? Shut up. Jenna looks taken aback, but only for a split second before shaking her head in disbelief. Leo winces, clutching his wounded head, his reddish eyes flickering to meet mine. I shouldn't have agreed to it. I was just... Jenna quickly interjects, stepping in front of me. No, Leo. This whole week has just proven to me, time and again, that you are just... She stares, letting out a hot puff of air between her lips before spreading her arms wide. Just perfect for Echo. You truly, truly belong here. You know that? God.
Friggin' Jenna is just going off on Leo. I mean, she's been doing that a lot. I mean, she's done that with Flynn. She's done that with Leo. She's done that with Carl, a few other people throughout all the routes. But this one, she's just jamming the knife as deep as she can into Leo.
How old were you then? How old was Micah? Did you even care? Fucking hell, are you about done? I'm just curious when this game was made. Is it implying that Mike is nearly 21, so he's 20, and it's 2008, so let's just do some math. So when is this game supposed to be made? Interested in seeing Echo. I don't know when this game's made.
Echo takes place in 2006, right? Go begin. Let's see. Oh no, August 2015. No wait, the initial demo being 2015, 2021, April 2021. Jesus, that was 3 years ago. Let's see. Does it say? Let me look it up. Let's see. Yeah, 21. And let's see. 2008. So it's like 60 years. Right? 2008 through 6 would be like what? 14, 2015. God. I'm terrible at math. Oops. Let's see. Oh, that's 2. God damn. So it's 2014. That's when this thing takes place, in 2014. Hmm. Oh, it says 2016. Right? Does it not tell like I know the damn it, man. Crazy. 2012 he did that. Don't say. Yeah, I guess I always thought it was 2016 because what a couple of years later, 2020, maybe maybe it is 2015. Oh, I also thought it was 2016. Maybe 2016 is when it became popular. I think that's when Vivian Jade started playing the game. So I'm like, my head is always thinking like, oh, it's yeah, started in 2016 because it's supposed to be 5 years later. So if it was started in 2015, 5 years later is 2020. That's when Arches happens, and that's when the pandemic. They reference the pandemic. They reference COVID in that one.
When is Echo being set? 2015. I think. 2015 minus 2008. Right? So that's 7. So 20 minus 7. Let me just do my math again. So then 2015 party took place in 2008. I think. And then. Okay. So Leo would be going to jail. The math that I did right there was that right now it's supposed to be set in 2015. Party took place in 2008, which was a while ago. That was about 20. Is about 20 years old right now. So Leo fucked a child, or young teenager, basically 13 years old. I was like, I'm not understanding what's going on.
Yeah, I always thought Micah was 13 and he was 16. Can you imagine a 3-year difference? Well, he said 17 and 14.
The bat pivots on his heel, away from the van, to face Jenna, his eyebrows narrowed beneath his bang.
So friggin', both of them were underage, but friggin' Leo was kind of skirting that 17, almost 18. Micah may have just turned 14. They bang in the back of his van and they recorded, and sometime later, Micah gets kicked out. And then, they do their thing in high school, and in 2012, when they all, like, I think that's when Jenna leaves her house. I think she graduated, and she's like, all right, I'm gonna leave my house. That's when she goes from Jasmine to Jenna, and that's when she gives, and that's why in the short, fucking Jenna gives Chase that flyer to Pueblo, and that's where they end up going to Pueblo. Yeah, I think actually Leo actually did go to college for a little bit, like a community college, but dropped out. Linda went to college. Carl was in college for a little bit, dropped out because he just couldn't handle it. Uh, Jenna wants to graduate. I think she's like a junior/senior year. Uh, I think same with the fucking what's his face, Chase as well, like junior/senior year, and I think PJ is a freshman because he was the youngest out of the group, and he's going to that was it Grand Canyon University or something? I mean, fuck, it was a Christian school. He's like super Christian. Bias. Moral center. Like. CCU, Christian, CCU. Oh, yeah. Don't say what it's called. See? How many people like Julian? I mean, he's not as well hated as, let's say, Raven. I think Raven's probably at the bottom. And it's Julian, and obviously, I think Daxon's probably after that. And then depending on who you like the most, it could be Micah or Kudzu, or Kudzu Micah. And oh boy, he has khakis on. I mean, I don't think that many people have, pants. I mean, Julian tries to be nice to Chase. Julian and Micah were contributed by the same backer. Hey, they do not have a lot for him at all, man. Like he was the character he was in, like unlike Raven, which he was kind of annoying, but like he was a big part of friggin' Carl's route. Same with Micah, same with Kazu, same with Daxon. Julian's the only weakest one because only because sadly only because like barely there. I think interesting about Daxton, that Dastro man. He, he tries to be nice to Chase. From the old country. I think interesting about Raven. He also has brown pants. He's got pants. Freaking Julian got pants. Let's see. I mean, I think Dax has pants, right? Let's see. Yeah. Seems like all the backer characters have pants. And TJ's got pants. Face. I have pants. I think he has like shorts, right? Like some ugly ass shorts. Oh my god. Who the fuck drew that shit? That's some ugly ass motherfucking pants, dude. Poetry. There you go. Julian. I guess next. And does Kudzu have pants? As let's see, black tank have white pants, red accents, and gray sunset. He's wearing the freaking Mirror's Edge outfit right there, man. Alien? Yeah. Oh yeah, see. They count from 2008 game, Mirror's Edge. Let's see. Tatsu's name is in Mandarin, means vine. He's actually bisexual. We know that. But mostly every guy here is gay. Sleeps on water. That must be. And he's like, he's a little trash panda. He's a little trash panda. Alright, let's get back here. Let's keep talking.
Things. Look, you don't know me. I ain't some fucking victim. Shit was my choice. What was your choice? Chase, you're an absolute idiot sometimes. Jenna sounds very disgusted. I frown at her, wondering what the fuck I did wrong. And I abandoned you. Jenna visibly seethes. None of this. She points to the rusty van. That same red light flashing on and off makes any sense. But all of your actions completely do. You were just all so perfect for this town, thinking any of that was okay. She throws up her hands, legs shaking with frustration. Is she including me in all this? It isn't. I'm done. Anyway, I'm gone. Done. Jenna. She turns to leave, though a crackling from the front of the van brings her to a halt. Hey. From the console, the distorted voice has become all too familiar, with rings of
In the back,
front again.
you see the background changes. I'm super dark.
From the old radio, the audio crackling through dusty speakers.
Cracking.
Jenna recognizes it instantly and begins stepping back away from the van again. We should go. Now. Her voice is shaky.
I like how evil everything looks.
The air itself seems fuzzy, electric. Like I'm breathing in 100 different tiny strands of vibrating twine. That sound like Chase. Hi. Leo is the only one outright responding back, and Micah looks at him with bewildered expression. Don't talk to the hum. It's Chase. Chase is right here, dipshit. He gestures to me, still standing gobstopped at the back of the van. Leo slowly looks back at me, squinting at my chin, then my eyes. It's me. Let's go home. He sees that it isn't my mouth moving, and his eyes widen a little more. A small line of blood runs down from that spot just behind his ear, down to his jaw. I promise I won't bring it up again. Let's go home. Who gives a fuck what the others say, you know I'm right. I remember saying those exact words after Flynn blasted us for skipping Jenna's birthday party in 10th grade. I had convinced Leo to hang out with me instead. I was addicted to private time with him. Addicted to dick. Pedophile dick, even. I promise I won't bring it up again. We're all silent, staring at the darn cab where the noise was coming from. Except
Oh. Well, technically, not Theo is not a bad person. I mean, there was a 3-year age gap, but it was still legal under the law
for
for
Leo,
both
who was
minors.
looking directly at me. Leave. Why? He asked me. I'm not sure what to say. It's not me speaking, but those are my words. Everything feels hazy. Hazy and wet.
What?
Michael leans his head back into the
Are
van,
you sweating?
trying to get the wolf's attention. Leo, Keith's always said not to talk to the hum. That's what the shit is, no doubt. The hysteria. It has a voice? Apparently, it's your fucking voice, Chase. No wonder everyone's so damned riled up about you coming back. But why me? Do I look like some kind of Masetta Wiseman? Mikey grunts, fidgeting from foot to foot. Despite his demeanor, he's definitely visibly unnerved by all this. I'm parroting shit I've heard from the guy who's probably dead. For a while, when I was younger, I thought I heard Keith's voice too, telling me shit I wanted to hear, but shit that wasn't good for me. So I got the fuck out of town. Jenna throws her hands up, squeezing the pendant on her necklace. I can't handle this. I'm gonna do what the spooky van wants and leave. It's not the van. A voice in my head speaks softly, like a whisper, right behind my ear. It's a masculine voice, but not my own. An older man with kind old western accent. Familiar. Glancing back, there's no one there. Without thinking, I speak. It's not the van. And how do you know that? I don't know. I admit. There's a long silence, and Leo's tail curls inward. He's biting at the inside of his cheek, thinking hard. Finally, he looks me in the eyes again. It's me. That thing. It follows me. I thought it was you, but it's not you. You're different now. He gesticulates in my direction. Leo, I love... Please, be quiet for a sec, eh? Leo interrupts, the otherworldly voice, like he's shushing a small child. Now he's looking at me. His gaze
Oh, like the sky is different.
towards the horizon.
Doesn't look as
stare.
dark.
Chase, you all left, and it was never the same. So I tried to cope. I remembered all the stuff you used to say to me, even the naggy shit, all your banter. Hell, I imagine every day at work that you're there with me, talking to me while I'm fixing cars. I pretend I'm teaching you about basics, like changing oil or replacing headlights.
I wish I had changed oil in my car,
I know
but I
some
don't.
different stuff, but in my head, you love me, and I love you. It's just some distance, that's all. Then, I drive home, listening to what's ever on the radio, and I imagine you reacting to it, groaning every time the word truck is mentioned in the country song, or make some snide-ass remark about political ads. A little smile curves up along your jowls, though it diminishes as quickly as it forms. That little drop of blood running down his fur, his cheek, frantically splatters on the cab floor beneath him. When I get home, I go online and like there's this pulling in my chest, like a dread, you know? I click on the social media shit, and it's you, the real you. And you're different. You're wearing new shirts, hanging with new friends, drinking fancy college beers.
Drinking fancy college beers. There's nothing more fake than that. There is no fancy beers in fucking college. You're drinking Natty Light, Bud Light, Miller Light, you know, Budweiser. You know, if you have one of maybe a rich friend, you might get like, you know, Pat's Blue Ribbon or, you know, IPA or Guinness, something like that. But unless you're in a club, then you might be doing that, you know, Jack Daniels and Coke, gin and tonic, vodka with orange juice or cranberry juice, you know, that type of shit. You are not fit drinking fancy college beers. College kids ain't rich, man. We're eating like fucking ramen every day, man. Gaining like shit ton of weight.
Growing terrible facial hair. I touch my goatee briefly. Micah gives me a sidelong glance,
Everyone hates it.
furiously. And it feels like I'm losing you all over again. So I just avoid it. I pretend. I pretend that we still drink together on the patio as the sun goes down Saturdays. I pretend that you're there beside me at home, watching me play my games. And I pretend at night that pillow I've got in my arms, I got my arms wrapped around, is you, making your little irksome noises you do when I ruffle your head fur or squeeze you. Leo plants his rump against the side of the cabin, sliding down into a sitting position as he clutches his head. And then, one day, you start talking back. At first it was quiet, in the back of my head, not even really noticeable. And over time, it just got more real. Yeah? Soon, I was looking in mirrors and seeing you stand there, reflection in the window or a pool of water.
So he brought the fake chase to life. The fake chase, the shadow chase we saw, you know, to real life now. Pretty crazy.
Sometimes, I swear you could even touch me. But it wasn't you, not the real you. It was the you I wanted you to be. This perfect, subservient thing. But it didn't make me happier. It was just a dream. A dream that kept blurring lines like what was real and what wasn't. And so I went to see you, the real you, to, I don't know, get a grip, fix me. But it just made things worse when you didn't give a shit. When I would smile and you would look away, and you'd take every chance to hang out with others instead of me. His eyes flicked briefly toward Jenna before trailing back down to the space between his feet and the wolf breathing slowly. Those past few days, it'd been unlike anything I've ever felt before. I forget what was.
And now look at the background, it looks so much different. Not just the sky, but now you can see all the details in the plants, the outlines of like this brush, the red on here from the glowing red of the lights and the camera.
Real and what wasn't.
Looks pretty nice.
And it'd drive me up the walls, you know? So, sorry. Here's his face. Fuck. The wolf goes silent, goes still. The gravity of his words rendering everyone silent, even the radio. Jenna, who seems to be constantly wavering between lingering and no, get the fuck out of here, glances back over her shoulder. Her grievances with Leo and Micah are apparently lessened in the face of continued paranormal onslaught. So this thing we're seeing, as manifested by the hum, is some sort of tulpa? A tulpa? The name sounds familiar, like something Carl mentioned to me in passing. In layman, a more advanced version of an imaginary friend. The Fennec frowns deeply, thinking. Process of induction, visualization, thought form, and other mental forcing can stimulate these sorts of psychosomatic happenings. Generally, you see it with people who say they talk to Jesus or other religious icons that encourage prayer and meditation upon idols. You're saying I'm like some kind of worshipped idol? Gina sighs as Leo
Yeah,
says
pretty much
sure.
to Leo.
It still doesn't explain why we can still see and hear this thing.
Of the home itself.
Honestly, it's more likely we're during some sort of collective traumatic hallucination. Right now, I'm just spitballing here to rationalize this. She swirls her paw in the direction of the van. A person that others can see and interact with, born from a dream. We watch the radio, though it doesn't chime in. I think it's gone. Another silence.
It would be hilarious if it came back.
Micah speaks up. Jesus fuck, Leo. Can't you just print out Chase's yearbook picture and tape it to a fleshlight like a damn normal person? Leo looks to Micah, his tired, wounded face slipping into a grin before he starts to chuckle. It's the first bit of proper laughter I've heard from him in days, even if bittersweet. Micah, I'm sorry. Dude, for real? It's fine. Micah watches Leo with some wariness in his golden eyes, crosses his tattooed arms over his chest. Nah. What do you mean, nah? Nah. We may have just been messing around, but you had shit rough at home. Everyone knew it. And just didn't want to think about it. Yeah? You just disappeared one day, and that was that. But you're small, and didn't have nobody to turn to. I should have been there for you.
Yeah, you should have, Leo. It would be nice to help Mike out.
His foot against the dirt, looking a mixture of phrase and embarrassment at the conversation taking place. We didn't have that kind of relationship. Not like you and Chase had.
I mean, you just had a one-night stand.
The bat looks at me quickly, clarifying. It wasn't really a relationship or nothing. That was a bad word to use. Just two kids who both knew they liked dudes and experimenting. There's a twisted sensation in my chest as I look at both of them, then imagining in the van. Right before what was essentially the most romantic night of my life. The day I felt most love and special out of any. With a $700 camera and 3-year age difference. Let's see, 13, 14, 15, 16. Mike ignores Jenna. Judging by her expression, I'm guessing he never told you. Don't blame him. Leo scoots himself to the back of the van, hanging his legs out the ends as he looks
Now Leo's sitting. Now Leo's back in the van.
I just didn't want to lose you, you know? Did you really want to have sex with a pedophile? I mean, I guess, 8, 16, and 13 isn't as bad as 18, 13, but still, it's 13.
That's 5 years. You said 3.
He's looking at me now, and yet he lost you anyway. Oh. It's all I can manage to say. Leo turns his attention back to Micah. I'm no replacement for Keith, but I should have helped you get back on your feet, introduce you to the group. Duos, you and Chase, would have gone along after a while. Wait, Dios? Or Dios, yeah. Didn't you want to be a journalism major? Jenna, despite the apologetic tone of Leo, definitely doesn't seem eager to stick around for this conversation. Man.
You both want to be journalism major. Didn't fucking Benny Boy from Santa Lucia's also wants to be a journalism.
We could have taken your feral ass in. Soji how society works. Come on, you probably don't even know how to do your taxes. Micah clicks his tongue against the roof of his mouth, kind of like how Leo does. Fuck taxes. Government ain't getting shit. Anyway, he clears his still raspy throat, wrenching as he swallows.
Wincing.
If you want to get ahead of life, you can't rely on others. Gotta get it for yourself. He pauses, glancing towards Jenna for a moment. We did. I chime in, still trying to wrap my head around that revelation from earlier. Micah looks like he's about to snap back with something biting, but just waves it off with a flop of a hand. Anyway, if you want forgiveness, you got it. Just put some distance between us and this Hum's hotspot, okay? Please. Mikey grunts once, beginning to walk off behind Jenna. After a moment, he slows some, looking back at Leo. Glad you, finally woke up, though. And with that, and us being near the hour mark, I think that's a good time to call it.
Leo finally woke
I
up.
just couldn't. Like, that one, it's on a scene change, but you know, you could just be like, okay, we're changing. But then.
Like he's been out of himself since they got back to the hotel. That was a good couple of hours.
Yeah, anyways, end of this. Let's play.
Beacon Pines, that's a really good game. It's Oh, you're playing Fuga, Melody of Steel 2? Damn it. Yep. Never beat the first one. $62. Furry. So here.
Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me.
Let's see. There it is. Let's Okay, he appears in clips. That's why I don't really know him. Interesting.
Move 6 of Echo. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that made this game and get early access to their, newer games, then you can go to their Patreon, which is $3 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, we were walking towards Echo through the wilderness and found a van that was actually in the opposite direction of Echo. And it was a ghost van because it mysteriously turned on with nobody in it and had Micah's camera in it that he lost years ago. And also the voice of Ghost Chase. And we learned two things. One, that Leo had a relationship with Micah before, me and him got together.
Well, I will say
Granted,
relationship, one
Leo
night
was
stand.
16 and Micah was 13, so yeah. And that also, basically, when the main character left, Leo pretended that, what's his name? Chase was there, to make himself feel better. But then as time went on, it became more and more real, and would talk back to him, and that's where Shadow Chase came from. Leo's loneliness and desperation. Woof. Just could have gotten back together with Micah when he became of age.
Well,
You know?
Michael was
And
missing for a
now
while.
we're continuing on. Hopefully.
And also, he didn't want to
Yeah,
get back with.
Hopefully.
Also, he didn't want to get back with Micah. Micah and him were just a one night stand. There was no real relationship, no real love. It was just sex. I mean, he felt a real relationship with Chase, and then after Chase left, he kind of banged Flynn for a little bit, but then he stopped doing that after I think the Chase topic became a real thing. And then, just like Flynn just like fucking any dude possible.
Where's that face? Boop. Jenna rubs her face into her pads of her paws. She's shaken, nerves frazzled. Mike and Leo too. Though I just feel numb.
I become so numb, I can't feel you too. God, I can imagine, freaking Chase being a huge Linkin Park fan. Like, oh my god, this speaks to me. Just like me, just like I was back in high school with Linkin Park.
It's like a
Still speaks to me.
Something not even real. There's a layer of separation between what I perceive and what really is occurring in front of me. Watching a playback of memories projected right into my own eyes. It's not the first time I felt like this, even outside of this supposed hysteria. It's never been so strong. But as I glance behind me, the van is still there. Real as ever. Micah and the newly sobered Leo walk ahead. Maybe it's like a minefield, you know? Projecting thoughts and shit for everyone else to see. Yeah, I just think real hard about Carl. Oh yeah, forgot about Carl again. Whoops. We can take his spooky fucking doppel home with us instead. Save us some trouble. He doesn't have a doppel, I don't think. After a while, I can't make out what they're saying. They're talking with more serious tone, with their voices lowered. I'm not sure if I even want to know what they're discussing now. As we approach the edge of the old highway, my eyes settle upon a small mound of dirt, with a carefully placed stone in the center. Where the albino cat was. I walked down this stretch of Route 65 about a dozen times growing up, and I've never seen this before, but was never curious enough to investigate. There's something about it that's drawing my attention, and then I realize why. The dream from last night. The grave. That's the spot. I stop. The others still walking ahead. They're following the road now back to town. Or at least, until we get to the railroad crossing, and then we can follow that. I look back to the mound of dirt, and am compelled to approach it. Without really thinking, I'm on my knees. I guess we dig. What? What? Just do it. Next thing I know, I am scooping the tips of my paws through the packed soil, digging up dirt, and tossing the clumps aside. I don't know why I'm doing this. I close my eyes, trying to snap out of it.
But you
It
can't.
doesn't help, and soon there's this musty smell in the air, like the inside of an old attic. I've managed to dig about a foot down into the earth so far, and the smell is only growing stronger. At about 2 feet down, something solid touches my fingertips. Okay, maybe the soil is different out here, but that is quite a bit of a dig. And what about the other people? How long are you taking? I keep going, dusting off around whatever it is. The surface is curved and cracked in places, like pottery. Even before I get all the dirt off, I have a hunch of what it is. Also, I'm not what would be the term for like graves and stuff and bodies? But wouldn't that just be bones now?
Archaeologist.
I don't know. Two empty sockets stare up at me, and I stare back. Hello.
Hello.
A voice plays in my head, much more profound than I've ever heard before. After all this time, to end up here. The voice almost sounds like it sighs, then goes silent. Are you the guy in the grave? Well, duh.
Well,
I ask the voice, which rings more clearly with each passing word. The way he sounds, it's like he's here, despite the unnatural cadence. The voice in my head? I whisper to the skull, compelled to touch it. Any skin or fur has long since rotted away, and the head itself is a yellowed ivory color. His clothes, from what are visible, are in tatters, but the remains of a buttoned-up shirt and suspenders can still be seen. The voice doesn't respond, so I ask another question. Who are you? A tumbleweed rolls along the road in front of me, the others getting further and further away. Instead of responding, I feel myself begin to dig further down, scooping out more mounds of dirt, until something leather and small can be seen. A hardy little wallet, with a snake emblem pressed into the center. Flipping it open, several business cards and dollar bills practically dissolve to the exposed air, though there is a plastic ID card in the back. It's a driver's license, clearly decades old, with a faded ink of several stamps covering most of it. What text can be seen is an old-timey typewriter font. Wipe my thumb across the surface, wiping away the dirt and grime. I wonder if it's someday where you're supposed to know, you know? Samuel Ayers. Date of birth, 1809.
no, 1890. And 1809.
One second.
1890.
Huh. Really? So that's how he ends up. And for those of you that don't know, this is the main character from the game The Smoke Room. Man. I'm gonna be reading that after this. Fuck, man.
Aren't you already reading
We
that
gotta
game?
go.
Oh, is
I
this?
mean, I guess he survived the previous game, canonically. There's a little picture of an elderly, pale feline with stark, reddish-looking eyes that remind me slightly of Leo's. He looks haggard and sad. Ancient, really. A relic of another time. The man from my dreams. I should be terrified, but again, I still feel disconnected. I wonder if they put this in before they started the smoke room or not.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
man, I just got a chill, you know?
Well, yeah, they
The passive viewer can
they started making the smoke room pretty much by the time Echo was done. Like all the routes were done. Like in back in 2019, 2020. The official, I think, officially got done in 2021 and everything. But like by that time, the game was pretty much done, and they were like just going back and fixing some stuff, like grammar and spelling, and making sure the game works, on PC and Mac and Android and Linux and all that. Start working on that game 2019ish, I think. I think they had some ideas before that, but then like they really started making Echo, and they started making Archers, Echo, the Smoke Room, and you had Adastra and Camia as well, all Glory Hounds a little later after that, all made by the same people. Well, it was until unfortunately the Smoke Room has now officially been canceled and now completely non-canon now. Sucks. But I love the Smoke Room. I really need to sit down and play through all of it. Like I have the games, like I have pretty much all of them, unless there's some type of new update that I don't know of. He was like in his 70s or something when he died. Are there any updates? 15. No, Build 35 is still the last one, which I think I have that one. So I have that build, so I can probably play through it on my own. I know some people got mad at like it's a lot of different. It was like what Soldier rounds. You had William, Nick, Murdoch, and Cliff. And I played I finished all of Murdoch's route, and I was trying to finish up William's route and Nick's route. I think I finished Nick's route what I had, and I was going back to William's route. And at first, I had a negative opinion about Nick, but then not Nick, William. But now William has become one of my favorite characters. I'm sad I just didn't finish it. I stopped in the middle of
only
one of the routes.
some passive viewer can only sometimes speak without any control. Now you know how I feel. I managed to swallow, peering into the sockets, like they were looking back at me. I've never met a ghost before. I remark quietly, not a ghost. Then what are you? Another drawn out silence, though this time I waited out.
Just the remnants.
Maybe something like that thing on the radio in the van. Just older and changed now.
Music.
It's gone, but I'm still here, clinging to you like a lifeboat in open water. We've been together for some time. Didn't see one another for a while, but you came back. They always come back. Together? I don't. I trail off, trying to wrap my head around what he means and what's really happening. I lean back some, feeling less resistance on my movements. I feel weird, like I'm not really here. You felt this way for a while now. It always happens like this, over time. Here, it's just a little stronger. With me. My gaze is pulled down to the license in my grip. Again, I read the name, Samuel Ayers. He goes quiet for a moment, then speaks up again. With him. His voice falters, a strange conveyance of emotion in his otherwise stilted monotone presentation. I speak up again. There's something wrong with me. It's like I'm not doing things on my own anymore. You're not. I'm with you. You're indecisive by nature. What? How? I choose. That doesn't make any sense. Why are we connected? How do I make this all go away? He says nothing, but I can hear him rumbling, stirring. At least 15 seconds pass before his head stirring turns to words. You came back to find the truth. Or that's what you told yourself. Yet, you've known it all along. You just bury it over and over again. Each failing, uncomfortable moment or horror. You can't face anything. You're just like him. The man with the hat that's always too tight.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think, but I'm not sure.
I think he's talking about like I think he possessed. I'm guessing or he remembers freaking Mr. Bronson. He did possess Sydney because obviously, or maybe he did possess Mr. Bronson. Did they? Let's see. Oh yeah, so he was possessed. Okay, two other sons. Also in 2008. Okay, so he actually was possessed. I wasn't sure if he actually was. I know Sydney. I wasn't sure if Bronson was actually possessed or not. I know he felt real guilty running over Sam and failing to get his head, what else left his head out of the fucking, bumper slash wheel before he crushed it. So that was a horrible, fucked up way to die. I'm not sure why, why Sam was walking in the middle of the street, of the highway, whatever, instead of, on the side. He may have been fine. I don't know, but hey, in the end, it sucked.
Is he talking about the kid we murdered's father that was wearing the hunting thing that, ran over Mr. Ayas? Brains splattered on fresh grass, pine needles, and a whimpering child. Ah, I'm right. I don't. You are weak. You are pathetic. There is a pause, and again his tone shifts. A deviation from his uniform speaking pattern. His voice sounds softer, distant, like an echo of something said far away. Hey, they said the game. Be safe, kid. Before I have time to comprehend anything, I hear footsteps upon the asphalt in front of me. Chase, what are you still doing back here? What are you looking at? Jenna steps closer, peering into the little hole I had dug. She thins her lips. Oh, what's going on? Leo's booming voice calls out from down the highway, the wolf looking back at us. Jen just stares at the desiccated remains for a moment before calling back. Chase dug up an old corpse. God damn it, Chase. Jenna sighs, resting her paws on her knees and letting her head hang down. What he said. She looks up after a moment, spying the card on my hand. Is that an idea? The ID? Or she means what he said. Yeah, Samuel Lyers is the name. I think he's the one that got hit by the van. Oh.
One in his
She
drink.
looks off to the side. Great. Huh? What, Chase? She responds, exasperated. Don't you care? Someone died here. I think you matter somehow. To me? Chase. Her eyes drift into the skull, outcropping of the mound of dirt. God, I've passed this so many times, just out here walking, never knowing there was a person buried here. How old is the ID card? I squint some of the smudged text. 70s, I think. At least that's what it was when it was last renewed. Jenna frowns. Poor guy. She crouches down beside me, taking the license for a moment. You should hold on to this, so that we can give it to the proper authorities for them to handle. I wonder if anyone out here is still looking for him, or even remembers who he is.
No, no one
But
remembers
that
who
was
he
like,
is.
what, in this game, maybe 50 years ago, give or take? Her eyes flick over the little card, setting on the picture. Looks kind of familiar, too. Like he's from a prequel, if you mean. She hands me back the ID, then extends out her arm to help me up. With a knot on my stomach, I take her hand and use her weight to rise up without putting too much strain on my leg. I think he might be in my head.
That's a weird thing to say.
My mouth more casually than I meant, and Jenna does a little double take toward me before letting go. Well, tell him I said hi. We'll deal with him in a bit. She's just like Cynthia sometimes. I mean, they are related, supposedly. He says, you're just like Cynthia sometimes. Jenna stares at me, then the grave, then back to me. She brings two of her fingers to her temple, massaging it. I mean, I guess Cynthia could be her grandmother, you know? Because, like,
Uh,
if Iris was alive, then yeah, that could be her mom. Chase, please don't listen to the voices in your head right now. She responds curtly as Micah arrives behind her, Leo hobbling to the side. Okay, I'm just gonna look it up. Because I'm pretty sure that. Fuck, what is her
his
name?
her grandma was another person.
Uh.
Maybe not directly related.
Oh, Jenna.
Jenna Begay. Played to John Begay.
Okay, was Sam. Yeah, it is Sam. Okay, it just says was Sam comparing her to Cynthia, but it doesn't say anything else about that. Hopefully, my new keyboard isn't, making too much noise. But anyways, back to Echo. I'll look at it later. She responds curtly as Micah arrives behind her, Leo hobbling at his side. You okay, Otter? I look at him for a long moment and answer honestly. I don't know. Same. Let's just get going, okay? Chase, you can keep lean on me if it hurts to walk. I gave her a grateful nod as I rest my arm on her shoulder. Thanks. As we head off, Micah lingers a little behind us, staring into the shallow grave. He steps off the road, pushing the dirt I'd removed back in the hole with a few hasty swipes of his foot. Before anyone can ask what he's doing, he catches back up with us, staring straight ahead. We've been walking what feels like ages, the moon still high in the sky, and the taste of water in the air. Maybe it will rain. After we got switched around and ended up on the wrong side of the
Well, I think the reason why you end up on the wrong side of the highway was because that's what the echo, that's what the monster wanted you to see. The van, and then Samuel Ayers' grave site.
highway, we realized we were much closer to Heather's than the motel. So, Detness Alley we go. I keep playing it back, that conversation earlier in my head, the voice that seemingly activated when I found the skeleton. I've heard it 1,000 times before, but I always had just assumed it was me, my subconscious.
Nope.
I thought it was Shadow Chase or something. Because, who
No.
was the main character in the smoke room? Who's in his head? I thought it was the darkness thing. I mean, the main character never met Samuel. And I was kind of thinking if the main character in the smoke room's shadow person is.
I mean, Sam is the main character of the smoke room. Chase is the main character of Echo, and Cameron, yeah, Cameron is the main character of Arches.
Person he kills at the beginning of the game, or I don't know. A particularly bitter side of myself that would chime in every now and then to add insult to injury. Really. Lives out in the boonies, doesn't she? Leo winces some as he walks, no longer using Micah as a walking crutch. Yeah, I don't get out here often. Be wary though. Apparently, she's got a gun, so no threatening movements or nothing if we see her. Clint's got one too. Should have swung back around to my place so I could grab my piece. Seriously, you didn't go to that fight in the first place without a gun? Oh no. They were drug dealers. Leo, for God's sakes, we're not getting in a firefight tonight. Again. Be my aim's better than those two junkies with pop guns. Oh yes, the heavily constituted hobbled wolf
Concussed.
definitely has the advantage over Clint and Heather, both of which spend a considerable portion of their free time shooting random objects in a trailer park. I know, because I grew up listening to it. She ain't lying, at least for Clint. Clint. He ain't no fan of you. Should probably let me do the talking. Didn't you betray them? I think I might be the better person for this. The neutral party, so to speak. Yeah, but I know him. I can sort this out quick lack. Oh, I'm wondering if this is a choice. I don't think this is like a big choice. Oh, trust Micah? Well, I presume Micah's the one who would generally know how to talk him down. I don't they're really like taking orders from Brian, and now that he's dead, presumably. Hopefully dead. It should be easy to get them to stop all this shit. Micah offers me a tired smile. Chase, I'm gonna steal you something nice when this is over. You need a new MP3 player? I chuckle a bit, shaking my head, which was a bad idea, because it still smarts something fierce. I just use my phone for music. Thanks though. Janet, who's still supporting me as I walk, huffs. I'm just worried about Carl. It's hard to put my trust in someone else when his life's on the line. Yeah, but like I said, I know them. Jeremy ain't the same kid you ditched back in high school. Oh, so we're talking about Jeremy? Anyway, Jenny hums. Yes, I noticed that when he left us in a torture trailer to die. I doubt he knew how far Brian would take it, but yeah, cunt level has gone way up. Still pretty dangerous, no matter what. Jenna looks sidelong towards the wolf, narrowing her gaze some. She still seems pretty disgusted with the wolf for the van's revelations. And the further we get away from it, I'm starting to feel myself getting more and more ill at the thought. The camera. Jesus. Leo had asked if we ever went to film anything before, when we were together, but I always said no. So wait, was Leo recording that? I shut my eyes, trying not to think about it. Focus. Just gotta find Carl. A long, curvy gravel road leads halfway up the quarter-mile loop of Jasmine Street. At this section, several mobile homes are dotted along its length, though most are empty and dilapidated. They generally serve as squatting grounds for seasonal transients. The little pink house stands among the rest, with the big utility vehicle parked out front. Never actually been inside before. We should be careful. The front door is open. What? Jenna points, and sure enough, the double doors leading to the house are cracked open. The doors themselves are strangely ornate, painted like a drawbridge, with big knockers, ooh woo, on both sides. A creeping sense of dread begins to draw upon me. Hunker down. Let's get ready. We need to initiate Overwatch. And so we do. Well, as much as I'm willing to do, with my leg still feeling like it's on fire. I can even see Leo wincing as he crouches down in front of some shrubbery. You guys all good for this? Yeah. It's just like I got bit by 20 fire ants. There's probably something we can wrap your legs up with inside. And the tips of your fingers, Batty. And the tips of your fingers? Batty? The bat gives Leo an incredulous look before letting out a harumph and facing forward again. I squint past the two of them through the brush, and I make out the text and logo of the utility vehicle. It says Reclamation Bureau, with a little river insignia surrounded by the national flag. Jenna squats down beside me, her ear twitching. She quickly peers over her shoulder, staring hard at something behind us. I follow her gaze, though all I see is a vast stretch of desert between us and Lake Emma. Michael looks too, letting out a low gasp. Who the fuck? What? I don't see anything. Shh. Jenna places her paw on my lips. Ooh, ooh. I frown, peering past her fingers into the dark. Finally, I can hear something. Twig snapping, quick footsteps, and maybe some panting. There's a rumbling behind it, too, that sounds almost mechanical in nature. Well, I'm not sure how long this thing will last, but I think that's a cliffhanger to call it. What are we gonna do? I mean, I'm gonna continue in the next couple of minutes, but you're gonna have to wait. It's, partially because I'm a joik who's like, I'm gonna give you guys a cliffhanger, but also partly like, I don't know how long this scene would last, so it's probably a good idea to go ooh woo. Because, again, kind of like when the main character went around back, it could have been a minute or two, or it could have been a long time. Which was a long time. It was an entire video, of him talking to Moika. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. Kind of tempted to be like, hey friend, you know how you played, fucking...
Alright, I didn't have a whole lot of commentary on that one. I do apologize. I didn't have a whole lot of commentary. Let's look at something else then. Fire
So,
memes.
rumors say someone is in love with Wolf, right, Diane? No, he's rude, unclassy, and... Oh, there he is. Where? And then she beats him up and is like, serves you right. Ugh. Oh my, yes,
Yeah.
don't make fun of Diane like that. So he's hooked up to a canister of boy smell. Oh my goodness. Here's your half-body commission. What? This isn't what I meant. Oh dear. Let me fix that for you, because they gave them literally a half body right there. How's this? I'll take it. Oh my. I mean, they're getting half body right, but like not in the way that the dude wants it. Do you kiss your mother with that mouth? No. I kiss men. Oh my. I mean, same, I kiss men too. Stop seducing me. You stop seducing me. Oh my. Looks like there's something going on right there. Hey, Shiny. Wanna play Project Gorgon? Sorry, I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV now. Hey Shiny, wanna play Final Fantasy XIV? Sorry, I play League now. Hey Shiny, wanna play League of Legends? Sorry, I'm playing Project... Oh my goodness, they're digging a grave for them. I think the dude just doesn't like you, I think. This doesn't look like what lions were. It's okay, you look so masculine, Colon Free. Oh my goodness, yes, they look very, very masculine in those clothes. Totally not like a fanboy, right?
Nope.
Silly, you gave me the wrong ones. They're a bit tight for me. Oh my goodness, well,
Is that like some type of
Bit like
G-string
a
or panties?
dislocation down there. This is it. Hold your breath. Close the distance, just how Kip wants it. They're enjoying this, aren't they? So why does this feel so wrong? What have I been doing to them? Oh no, it's getting depressing. No. Whole day, I'm busy. Only get a few money. Oh my, yep, that's kind of just how life is, unfortunately. Until there's mass change, nothing's gonna change, so... We've just gotta fight for more higher wages and a better, easier living.
I would, man. You know what? You know what I wish? I wish people like you. I wish people like you can come out and support me on Twitch, and I can get I can turn this this hobby into a real job. I'll quit my job. If I can make $700, $800, and then go up from there, dude. That'd be like the greatest thing ever. Imagine making like $700, man. Like every 2 weeks, you know, I get a check from Twitch, $700. I got that's like $1,400. I could change so much of my life, my friend. I could change so much of my life.
Life is, unfortunately. Until there's mass change, nothing's gonna change, so we've just gotta fight for more high wages and a better, easier living. This wolf cub is so cute. Boom. Master, please continue your current activities. Oh my goodness. Oh, one like going there. And why is he bringing the hand more closer to the crotch though? Oh my god. Wow! Great looking cake, Mom. How did you make all the patterns at the top? I found this nifty pipette under your bathroom sink. Huh? Oh my goodness, they found the douche. Oh nah, that's nasty. Nah, no. So here we have basically how furry artists draw Pokemon versus how Pokemon artists draw Pokemon. Oh
I think
my.
also it's a Bloodborne reference.
But damn. Break tab and strip to take off cover. So they're reading it, but they end up taking their own. They end up stripping themselves. Oh my. Instructions achieved unsuccessfully. You can only pick one. Choose wisely. A bunny girlfriend, she loves you. A bunny girlfriend makes food for you. Oh my, yes, I want the girlfriend. Which one would you choose? Tell me down in the comment section below. Thank you. Oh, and then they get kissed, and it's like, thank you. Oh my goodness. And then later that day, they exchanged numbers and went out on a date on the week after. I am mega gay. My gayness versus other people's gayness. Gay. My time being gay. In conclusion, this husky gay. Oh my, yes, that husky is definitely gay.
He also has heterochromia.
Actually, for Waking Chew, I had a bad dream. Oh no, it's sad that they had a bad dream. No. I heard they don't even have any of monster creatures in real world. So sad. Kya ha 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 ha. How lame. No demon boyfriend. Oh. I wish these existed in real world.
Look at that crazy. That's a crazy design.
Scissors. Sure, but I only know American Vills. But it is still the game. Same game. If you say so, rock, paper, gun. Oh my god, I won. One day in Fortnite. Stay close, newbie. Nod, nod. Sniper, get down. Plap. Some always dead weight, huh? Wendell, your ear, are you? I'm alright, thanks, Oscar. I'm glad. He's precious. I have to save him. Oh, that's adorable. Where's my coffee? I'm bringing it. Don't rush me. Oh my gosh, and then because it's a bit, the coffee's not gonna be there because it's all spilt now. Well done. Everyone's being scared about telling their parents that they're furry. Meanwhile, my parents don't even know what a furry is.
Same with my parents.
Mine don't either, but
Only my
honestly,
brothers
they
and
don't need
cousins.
to know. It's like a hobby, so why tell people that you're a furry? What I think I can draw. Well, it's all nice and everything. What I can draw. I mean, practice and practice and practice. Then you'll eventually get there. It's just practicing and you'll be good. Dinner will be ready soon. I'm not sure she can cook. Me neither. I would have preferred to go to a restaurant, but I don't want to hurt her feelings. What feelings? She's a robot. You can't say no to that face and let's see. Tell her we don't want possibly bad food. Rum, any problem? Forget it. I told you. Dinner's ready. Bon appetit. Wow, this dinner is acceptable. At least it's edible. Oh my. Oh, the robot feels slightly offended there. But I think the robot needs to be going on some cooking training courses now. I'm not motivated at all. Don't worry, our top scientists are working hard on a solution. It's in the motivation labs. Processing insufficient motivation. Blah. Not really solution there. Nobody. Me constantly spiraling downwards into depression. What's with all these depressive memes today? Oh my. I hope everyone watching this who is depressed and everything.
Look at
I
that
hope you
cat.
get better in the future. Make sure to check
Sliding
it out
down the
instead.
stairs like liquid.
But I hope the best. Me jokingly sings to a Britney Spears song. Oh my god, I knew you were gay.
That legacy?
Yep, as soon as they usually know. I'm just gonna say that they usually know when you're gay. You've been hiding it all this time, but in reality, she knew. Wow, I sure love this normal song. That is totally normal. Yep, it's a reference to Backdoor Labrador. Okay, I can say it properly. And we all know what happened there. Oh, my longest woo ever. Oh,
2
that's
minutes.
adorable though.
Pro
I
Baller
really
8.
just like that song, that is
130k
only
subscribers.
should never be more than 1 or 0. I've been feeling so overwhelmed lately. I want to do so many things and all I feel is tired. And the less I do, the more behind I get on work. But I can't just do anything and it's okay. We can start with the small stuff. Okay, I'll try. Oh yes, this is how you fix things. You just start.
What is
small
this
and
weird
work your way up to
tiger
get things done.
calico thingy? It's so
Oh,
weird.
Spilled my burrito. Oh no, your burrito. What? What? Totally nothing, right? Totally nothing. What was it that you wanted to show me? I rearranged our room. I moved the beds closer together to save space. I hope that's okay. Oh, they're blushing.
That's supposed to be like a
like it,
Minecraft
so
reference?
They think it's better. Oh, I love how furries will get a boyfriend, get a bunch of odd with them, break up and repeat. Bro, I've seen your Sona kissing like 8 different dudes. Calm down. For some reason, the average furry relationship lasts for at least a maximum of 3 months.
They're
I'm
looking.
happy that
Oh,
I've
hello
been
there.
your boyfriend for
You can
almost
see that.
4 years now. What's with everyone just breaking up with each other? It's not that difficult to stay with each other, you know? Just be friends and then get together instead of just getting to
Give you a nice shout out.
doing with some random person you just found on the internet. That's not a good idea, because you don't know who they are until you're in a relationship with them and you might regret it. Oh no, Lucario, escape. Escape. I think you should start climbing the thing because everyone wants you.
Yeah, Lucario's furry bait, get it?
You first. Oh hey, furry is pretty cool. I'll miss this when I grow out of it. Grandma's. That's the neat part. You don't. Oh my, yep. When you become a furry, you're gonna be a furry for life. There's no getting out of it. Be gay, do crimes. Yes, crimes. That's a vibe right there. That's a literal vibe. So the snake and the mouse are sleeping together. And then like, yoink. What you doing, Snorito? What? It's cold as balls in here, Emma. Oh, allow me. Wiggle wiggle. Oh wait, you're so warm. Thanks, it's my blood. Oh yes, because the snakes are cold-blooded, whereas not worms. Mice are warm-blooded because snakes are reptiles and mice are mammals, so that makes sense. I think you're pretty. Thanks. I wish there was something between us. Me too. Really? Like what? A wall. Oh yes. That's what happens when someone flirts with you but you don't like them, so you know what?
I think it's also the
Make
a
it-
fourth wall
make it
breaking
wall.
joke.
Yes. Government. Work from home. Sheepdogs. Yep, they're gonna be watching all the sheep on the monitor now. But I don't know how accurate it'll be. I finally set up a blacklight. I've always wanted one of these. Click. Oh my, well, there's a lot of suspicious fluids on everywhere that probably need to be cleaned, and it's all over the protogen too, so you know what's going on there. Oh, it's so adorable, and the animated one is very, very adorable too.
I mean, the wolf, that
Oh, whoa,
top
lad.
wolf.
Some cringe this is. Oh, don't worry though. Cringe is what makes us special. Oh yes, it makes everyone special. It's like unique, and as long as you're enjoying yourself, that's all that matters. They're out of questions because it seems to hear that the fire extinguisher has in fact caught on fire and there's nothing to
What?
extinguish it with.
Wouldn't that blow up?
Well, it seems you're on your own now. Probably get that thing out of there, but the metal might be hot. Caution. You seem troubled, Priest Tubes. Is there something wrong? And then the Priest 2020 is saying, I'm not gay, I'm not gay. Yep, they're always in denial, whereas the one
Priest
from
40 and 50. Burn 15 wishes. Priest
says
2020.
burn
I'm
15
scared of being
wishes.
scared of gays.
Honestly, I feel like priests back then were probably like really skinny because they barely ate anything, I think. I don't know. I'm not good with history around that. Or European history anyway. Or medieval, I guess. Foxhole, Persistent World Warfare. Curator review. This game is not what I thought it would be. Oh my goodness, yeah, they really don't want to die, do they? Hey there, did you fall from heaven because he's stumbling his words, but that's a bit adorable though, not gonna lie. So he's driving on the road, then he sees a car that's probably broken down, and he's like, need a hand? Did your car break down? It's not the car that's broken down. Oh no, the fox is so sad. Go and give him a hug, and hopefully that helps. Oh, my armor is fireproof, but the dragon has a gun. And why would you kill the dragon anyway? Or the one way to get past that is just to keep, like, make them go underground, put them wood there, and
How's he gonna shoot the gun?
trap them in there so they cook to death. Anyway, it's that part of the video where I respond to all your comments, so do make sure to send a comment down below if you want to end up in this.
Alright, that's. Let's see. I think something else. Something on my hand, yeah, get out. Alright, let's see. Anything else for this one?
At Harbor Freight, we design and test our own tools and sell them directly to you. No middleman, just quality tools you can trust at prices you'll love. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Awesome. I'm very excited about that. That's a good ED. It's a very good ED.
Happy people. Okay, no more gaffs or joking. We have Evil Puff is now like booked for the next like 3 months, I guess.
We already said it was booked a while ago, which is really funny.
Did you know that Fullbring is a failed training arc?
It was a training arc, but he didn't.
It was a
I
failed
guess.
training arc. We
I
wasted
guess
time.
the funny
There
thing
were
is,
people
I could
wasted
see that.
time because
No, it's
Ichigo
funny. I
looked
could
up
see
to
that as a
Madara.
clickbait where you then explain in the video why the fact that his training didn't lead to anything was like really cool and interesting. Because the
Very good
point
excuse, but
is,
it's not.
because like we had a comment bitching about this. That king who really hates Bleach and compared the Blood War to the final season of Game of Thrones, which is an unhinged opinion.
Hmm.
But and
That's-
like the first Suicide Squad, equally unhinged opinion. Um, but the point is, like, did Ichigo's training with the Fullbringers not amount to anything? Yes. Was it a stupid waste of time? No. Can you read? Because the point is, Ichigo was rejecting all his friends, rejecting all his family, rejecting everyone close to him, and trying to find outside solutions. So, because he can't keep up with the speed of the world they're not in, he goes and tries to make a different one in everyone. And then on top of that, Mike.
Let's see. Gonna skip it
No.
around.
No, the thing is, like, they said us bringing up the fact that the anime made huge changes is like a cope dismissal. It's not. It's a valid observation of why a lot of people believe this very asinine ship. Because the thing is, like, it's even worse. Because we were brought up, like, the anime made slight changes to make Orihime lame and Rukia cool. Here's another major one. For one, in the movies, Orihime does not fucking matter, whereas Rukia has a major fight in every one. And then on top of that, I'm like, I don't matter. I mean, like, what she does in the regular story, she doesn't fight. I mean, Orihime doesn't do anything. The biggest role she has in any of the movies is in Hell, where she heals Yuzu and like does the whole "Are you okay, Ichigo? I'm your love interest, remember?" thing, and that's it.
Yeah, Orihime was so useless,
The
man.
thing is, like, and then on top of that, one thing we realized, Puff, while watching the movies, and we went back and checked, is I think anime fans assumed Rukia lived with Ichigo for like really fucking long.
Yeah, like a lot of the movies do open up with them just hanging out, and even though like they allegedly take place after Soul Society. So
Yeah, because the thing is, like, in the actual manga, Rukia lives at Ichigo's house for like maybe 6 or 7.
Damn, that person got banned. Holy shit. That person got banned. Let's see why. Deep viewers. Yeah. What's his account you made? April 6th, 2024. So it's been around for a while, but yeah, I guess this thing's not real. Okay. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, let's go back.
Volumes. Whereas, like, if you watch the anime, you would think they actually spent like half the anime together.
yeah, I mean, I guess like the point they were trying to make is that like even if we're like objectively correct, we shouldn't dismiss the feelings of each.
Okay, here I will now take the ship head on. You're fucking stupid. Rukia is now a pedophile, and Orihime's character makes no sense. That is what you get with Ichigo.
All right, no. Okay, I'll be nice. It'll be like, all right, ship whoever you want, have fun.
But if it happens,
if you just really vibe with it and want to draw your fan art of it, cool.
No, I have to clarify. But
just that, like, we brought this up because, like, when the manga ended, like, people would lob this as like a serious criticism, like pretty consistently.
No, I don't care if you like a ship because you think it's fun and you know it's not going to be canon. Like Zosan. Like people who love shipping Zosan. Like one of my favorite ones, I think Melon T brought it up the other day, is like Zoro has 3 swords, 3 earrings. He has so much 3 association. Obviously, he's going to marry the man with 3 in his name. That's a good point. But like obviously we're not actually going to get pissed when Zoro and Sanji don't end up together. Ichiruki fans do unironically get pissed that it didn't canonically happen.
Listen,
which is dumb.
I am an Ikaku Fumichika shipper.
That one has way more basis, by the way.
I mean, they're always next to
Way
each
more
other. They're always
sexual
together.
record.
I'm not saying Yumichika's gay because it's not confirmed, but he is a very flamboyant man in a place where most flamboyant men don't go, i.e., Squad
Yumichika.
11.
Yeah, all I'm saying is Yumichika's favorite thing is to be a very flamboyant man who has a rainbow-styled Zanpakuto guy
And
who
he
loves hanging
loves
out in the
hanging
big
out at.
burly man
Yeah,
squad.
yeah, he basically loves going to the gym and watching Yukaku do his squats and do his push ups all day long.
Mm-hmm. And literally, his whole thing is he pretends that he's a big, strong fighter, but he hides the fact that he actually fights in a more technical, literally flowery way. There is such an
I
obvious fucking
brought
way
it
to
up.
read that.
This is in my on my main channel.
Isn't he also
I
like
have a small
considered
section
some of
on
the most
Yukaku's
pretty slash
fashion. It's
handsome
just like you could
man in the Soul
metaphorically say
Society?
he's metaphorically in the closet.
Oh my god, that is such an easy way to fucking read it. That's such an
Yeah.
easy way to read it.
It is
So
such an
yeah,
easy way to read it.
Yumich. Also, Banju is also gay because he's never called a woman hot, but he's called Yumichika a looker.
No, I like to imagine that Yumichika likes helping Ikaku with his makeup around his eyes.
Yeah, who else is doing it? Let's be honest.
Ikaku can handle that? No way.
Oh, same with Kenpachi's bells. You think Yachiru's got the finesse for that? I don't. That was Yumichika.
I like to imagine
Anyway,
I like to imagine once we can Pachi just walks up to Yumichika with a hand of bells in his hands like this, like they fell out again.
he's like, how? Your hair is disgusting. How on earth does anything fall out of it? It's like wood. All right, what's next?
All right, next is we got a comment about chapter 1 Ichigo and how some people don't like to act like he was strong in the same way Luffy was. Cuz like Ichigo is like an overdog similar to Luffy where like people are like, "Oh, dude, how is that guy so strong?" Like they might underestimate him at first because
Like he's a little bit different from early Luffy, but that is a fair enough comparison.
It is like because the whole idea is just that like all right. So next, this is a thing that you and I have argued about a bit because it's never like explicitly explained in the story. Which of the Espada were Vasto Lorde before they became a Roncar?
Okay, yeah. My assumption, because I thought I had read it somewhere, I didn't, was that all but the one that is explicitly stated not to be were. But then apparently some other people thought they heard a thing that only the top few were. The answer is we don't fucking know.
No, like when I read the story, I assumed it was just the top four because Aizen gave specific restrictions to those four. Like you can't use your resurrections inside the canopy,
Yeah.
or like use a Cero inside the canopy.
Grand Race Sarah.
They were given like specific rules, so I kind of assumed that's what it was. But then like you're like it is never really explained, is it? And that is kind of interesting in a way because I would say like for particular, it's like Grimjow is a very interesting one because like whether or not he actually became a Vasto Lorde can like really change how you read his character.
Yeah,
Like
and it can because the thing is like early because like there's literally a line stated by his allies that we don't know if you can actually evolve to be Vasto Lord or if you're born as one. Because I'm not sure if it's canon, but there's a thing of how Ulquiorra was born a Vasto Lord. So the thing is like because we don't know, it's interesting. It's like did Grimjow actually obtain that title like he wanted to, or did he need help from Aizen's freaky ass science to reach a similar level? That's pretty interesting.
yeah, like was he always chasing after like a thing that he could never reach, or like did he like eventually reach that by sacrificing his friends and like eating them? Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It
So
is
that's
interesting. Like it is super interesting, and how that like point is left ambiguous.
yeah, because that ambiguity does because it does. I guess if I had to pick a side, I would say he already became one because I think if he had to achieve a similar status through Aizen, he would probably that would probably hurt his pride, and he would probably hate Aizen a lot more than he already does. If I had to pick, but
Yeah.
I think it's ambiguous on purpose, so I don't really care.
Yeah. All right. So next is did Orihime give Ichigo a power boost when he fought Grimjow? This is a
Oh, you
serious
mean when she
question.
said "Don't get hurt"?
This is a
Yeah.
serious. I've heard arguments that Ichigo got a power boost during Grimjow fight because Orihime told him not to get hurt. These
Aren't all the replies like, "Dog, isn't that what happened?"
No, like thing is, it's so weird. It got 110 likes, which I don't
Like,
know how
like
the fuck
it
that
did.
happened.
First of all, I didn't know.
110 likes.
Wait, how many likes is the video? Wait a minute.
The video has 470 likes.
What
This is the
the
big.
fuck? You people need to stop watching us. What is wrong with you
I
people?
know, man. I don't know how. I think literally this video blew up just because I put Jujutsu Kaisen in the title of the thumbnail.
Oh no, you did, because we unknowingly took advantage of an ongoing Twitter beef, which is something we would do.
I was not ready for Evil Puff to become successful. We're getting close to 1,000, and I'm excited because ooh yay, I could get money maybe. But then like I'm dreading it. Like no, we're getting so many comments I can barely keep up. I don't want no stop it.
Yeah,
I just want a ring of like 50 people who watch us every week.
If you want to sub, go ahead. But goodness, this is weird. For the record, if anyone says we're milking Bleach, I'll kill you. Because one, the second Bleach video we did was a pretentious poem ranking.
Let's see. Anything else?
We also did Stuck in the Crystal Goo, senses it, and then breaks out to fight it. Because of course he does. And then otherwise, very nothing movie. Rukia gets an edgy Grim Reaper form.
Misgivings about the way we talked about Gin in the last video.
What did we say about Gin?
We said Gin says his Bankai, you know, like
he's a liar.
How he says.
Oh, the power scale. Oh, like did you know when Espada dodged light? I don't fucking care.
Yeah, you know, it's just like listen, if like I like say in the video that like I think that's a cool interpretation. Roll with it because it's hilarious and like it actually is kind of in character for Gin.
You know, it's a fun interpretation, but like again, and you can death of the author it, but I think it's pretty fucking clear that's not what's being implied. The implication is Gin is up playing other
giving up on time span.
Hide what it actually is. Because Zuri has the line where he says it's not the fastest or the the longest, implying that you know he knows it's neither. But that's also cool because that means Gin knows of at least one person with a longer one than his.
Alright, so this one is as interesting as I thought. I think that's where I'm gonna end my stream at. It was mostly focusing on alright. Hopefully tomorrow I can do some more streaming. Maybe I get farther in Yakuza. Because I think that game's almost over with. It looks up the amount of chapters. It's only like 5 chapters. But I'm on the 4th chapter. So I can finish that game up and just, you know, put something else in there. Maybe I could put the other Yakuza game, you know, maybe Infinite Wealth in there. And then, you know, try to get back into Dragon Age, get back into Nier. And then I'm thinking about maybe pre-ordering, what's that game? Dynasty Warriors, so I can play that game. I think you can play that, what, 2-3 days early? I mean, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of worth it. See you later, guys, and goodbye.